Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whassup Wrestling, here live for you tonight. Christmas chaos is well on its way as we open the border and come to Alabama. Looks like we're being joined by new general manager of Whassup Wrestling. This has anything to do with Kitty, as she is the usual mouthpiece of the council. See what Stephanie has to say, any announcement she has to make, any punishment she needs to deal out, anything of that sort. Well, some strong words from the queen of Whassup Wrestling. So Krystal Weisz will indeed be punished. And Summer Holly Madison, I suppose, is being punished. Very questionable situation here. Well, it seems like now is the time for the punishments to be laid out. Starting off with Krystal Weisz here. Krystal Weisz making her way to the ring as Stephanie called. Krystal would be challenging against Queen Amazonia. That Stephanie is basically a little upset over the things that she's been going through as of late. Losing the Women's Survivor Series, tapping out to AJ Smith, and then tapping out to Ida Atsuko the week after. Well, here's hoping that things can turn around for her, but we will see. See if Krystal Weisz can pick up a surprising victory for herself. Don't see Summer anywhere. At the very least, Summer would be out here to lend assistance. Just moral support. So, given the announcement regarding her, pushing her into that fatal four-way for the Hellcat Championship, I'm sure she's got her mind busy there. Queen Amazonia makes her way to the ring. Stephanie put it, a triple threat elimination submissions only match. Queen Amazonia to take on Ida Atsuko and AJ Smith in just 2 weeks' time at Christmas Chaos. A hellacious fight that will be, ladies and gentlemen. The torture rack versus the eat me out versus whatever it is that Ida can pull out of her bag. She's able able to defeat Amazonia with a submission, so she has something. And here we go. Krystal meeting Amazonia in the middle of the ring. Utilizing her maneuverability to work herself in behind Amazonia. The hammerlock. A bit of pressure. Amazonia just either allows it to happen, and just a stiff shot to the top of the head takes Krystal down. I'm wondering if Amazonia was just letting that happen earlier, or just truly unable to break out of it. But either way, taking firm control now. She whips Krystal into the ropes, catches her with a big boot to the face. Amazonia not going to let Krystal get any chance of reprieve, but Krystal fighting back, and that may have been it for her as her face meets the top turnbuckle. Getting in the arm drag counter. Now sends Amazonia herself into the ropes and catches her. And a forearm to the face. Just driving it down. Krystal being brought up and taken down with a suplex. Showing her strength there from Krystal as she pulls in for a cover and gets just a 1 count. Surprise there. It's Amazonia with a shot to the gut and a startling headbutt to the face. Amazonia keeping up the assault, up on the middle rope now. Comes down with a middle rope splash, crashing down on top of Krystal. Amazonia facing around and bringing Krystal up by the leg, slamming down that knee. Trying again to bring her up over her shoulders, but this time Krystal managing to come in from behind. I wonder what Summer was thinking watching this one. I'm sure she has all the faith in the world for her, well, her biggest fan. She sends Amazonia around. Krystal getting a sleeper right into a side Russian leg sweep. She was maybe thinking about going for a submission hold herself. Into the gut, into the ropes, and axe kick straight across the back of the neck. And this one may be over as a result. But not even a count. Demoralizing for Krystal. She keeps the fighting. And Seguri takes down Amazonia as she tries to move away past the referee. She figures too much time has been spent. Does not take the high risk. Amazonia, though, gets her up into the torture rack. And Krystal is folded up over the back of Amazonia's neck. And she manages to fight out of it, though. Lock, but Amazonia comes in, trying for a belly to belly. Still up on the shoulders, but not for long. Say hello to the ropes. Surprised by the 1 count there, but the way slam from Amazonia, sending Krystal across the ring. Weaken the arm for the torture rack. Because Krystal has less of a chance to escape. Krystal still fighting back. Stop to the face. Hefty shot to the face. Turns Amazonia around. Knees to the back. And then dropping reverse DDT. Krystal now again going for the cover. 1 count. That's, well, certainly better than before. At least this time the hand dropped down to the canvas. It's spinning suplex there. Jenkins Amazonian once more. And what is Krystal got planned here? Running kicks to the face. More pinfall attempt here, though. Desmond keeping up the assault. Kick to the gut. And a headbutt of her own. And a straight shot knocking Amazonia down. And Krystal is not yet finished. On the outside now, building up some speed. And a drop kick to the side of the head. Krystal back in, goes for the cover. And again, just a 1 count. Into the turnbuckle. And tries for a shot. And again, 2 in a row, misses out, and right into the torture rack. And Krystal taps out this time. No chance of preparing for it now. Just suddenly right into it. Amazonia making it clear. She is not yet finished, ladies and gentlemen. A submission victory over Krystal Weisz. And who knows, maybe this is teaching Krystal to not attack Katie. Guess as to why Krystal would have done that. Drop kick to the side of the head. That really could have done it, but Amazonia powering through, spots an opening, grabs hold of Krystal right into the torture rack, and comes out of it victorious. And the stare down goes on as Ida and AJ, they may have just awoken a beast that they cannot slumber back. Find out in 2 weeks' time at Christmas Chaos, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of AJ, her own little saga continues. Last week she was defeated by Lana Starr, who was joined to the ring by Cyndi Sullivan, providing enough of a distraction as AJ to lose out by a pinfall. And now it seems to be Betsy's turn. For whatever reason, Cyndi has just taken a liking, I suppose you can call it, a liking to AJ Smith. Dates all the way back to the Survivor Series, where Cyndi was counted out. Spent the majority of the match just standing in a daze, staring at AJ, whether she was legal or just on the apron. Now AJ Smith, the second to last competitor on Team Harper back at Survivor Series. He's been eliminated by win. What a victory for Honey, beating both former VixXxen and women's champion. I'm sure she's gloating about that. Probably getting in Anya's ear. Claiming that she should be far superior in the linings of Emily Stratton. But Emily has that chance to take the Hellcat Championship for herself. The true say. This makes her a very dangerous competitor in that fatal four-way for the Hellcat Championship. Just in 2 weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, we have ourselves some stiff one-on-one competition. Jay Smith, Betsy Miller. not be pretty. AJ known for not exactly pulling her punches, and Betsy is just, well, just plain crazy. She rushes right in, catches AJ with a DDT. Tornado DDT spiking AJ's head to the canvas. Cyndi's still wearing that Eat Me Out shirt. See how she plans on getting involved here as AJ comes in, forearm to the face. And there's enough effort there, enough momentum to crash through Betsy's porcelain mask. Maybe not, as Betsy is able to counter with the suplex and now whip AJ into the ropes. Just catch hold of her butt. Manages to get her hold over in here. AJ flung back from the ropes. Stop on the arm. Double axe handle right between the shoulder blades. As Betsy continues on the assault, pulls her in, takes her down with a side Russian leg sweep. And Betsy doing little bits to the arm and a headbutt, but AJ manages to shake through it. And AJ already trying for a submission here. Hold of Betsy's arm trapped. Betsy's squirming, can't get away, manages to roll back, but AJ into a hammerlock, catches an elbow to the face for her troubles though, and takes Betsy down by the legs. Forearms to the back, kick to the gut, and again grabbing hold of Betsy's legs, taking her down. Giving Betsy no reprieve here, but Betsy countering out, shot to the face. AJ up on the shoulders and up off the top rope. Shot right to the gut from AJ, and Betsy sending her right into the corner though. And Cyndi Sullivan just keeping an eye on things out here. Fisherman DDT, just a 1 count. And reverse DDT from Betsy to AJ. Cyndi gets in a closer look. And AJ with a kick to the back of the knee, catches Betsy. Twists out the legs, makes certain she can get this suplex in. Cyndi now doing some outside distraction work. For Betsy to get an inside clothesline. But AJ still fighting back. Jawbreaker from Betsy. And some stiff shots in the face. You know that even the hair is of porcelain make. So a jawbreaker from Betsy would be extra devastating. Just rolls around. Crossface. Using pressure and just dropping AJ's face to the canvas. And Betsy trying to lock in that octopus stretch. Manages to do so, well positions her so that Cyndi can get a better look. I don't know if Cyndi is actually is the AJ beaten up or what, given the attire that she wears, but and there we go with the throat slicer. Those golden fingertips. Almost putting AJ away, 2 3/4. Betsy going to try and take it a high risk here, or medium risk. Off the middle rope, double axe handle, crowning AJ top of the head. AJ fighting back. Arm drag. Gets has holding Betsy. Sets her up against the ropes. Forearms and just lets Betsy fall. And pendulum backbreaker. And AJ having it locked in. He ate me out. And Betsy is trapped. She can't get to the ropes and taps out. As a result. AJ Smythe is victorious here. Still clearly suffering the effects of that throat slicer earlier. Betsy inside the ring. AJ offers out a hand. And Betsy actually accepts it. AJ endorsed by the Evil Girls. And the VixXxens just keep on coming. As Anya making her way to the ring. And we don't see her. At least not inside the ring. Usually just keeping herself to the outside. We never saw her once inside the ring. In a victorious manner. So Anya basically inspiring her troops. Not only that, but how is it that she got the entire harem into the Snow Bunnies tournament? Should we make it interesting? You can already hear the boos. The crowd eagerly anticipating the return here of Roger Desmond. Things we have not really seen since the summer. As a matter of fact, the last major contribution we've seen of Roger Desmond was the King of the Ring tournament, trying to reclaim his Universal Championship. unfortunately was defeated in the opening round. So then Roger Desmond has taken a bit of a leave of absence, but he is back now, back to continue, back to fight, perhaps back to get himself towards the Universal Championship once more. I'll have to start here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as he takes on Shane Evans in a match you never knew you wanted until it happened, right here on Whassup Wrestling. The greatness is ready. Going one-on-one with the Golden Stallion. Shane Evans coming in through the crowd. Competed in the Survivor Series main event. Lasted a fairly long time. In fact, the last surviving member of the Survivor Series team, but in a 3-on-1 situation, just could not get the job done. Let's see how he does here tonight in a more technically sound competitor in Roger Desmond. This is something you typically don't see from Roger. Starting things off with a handshake. Comes running right in, though. Well, that's what you see from Roger Desmond. Trying to take Shane off guard. Just rushes in. Misses on the clothesline, but does get in with a crucifix and a kick to the ribs. And Shane taken down, and Roger going to continue on the effort here. Goes right in. Crosses the legs and suplex. You'd think everyone would just cross the legs for a suplex just to make certain that it can happen. Oh, and we're going to have a greatness super kick right away. Right beneath the jaw, and Roger Desmond already going for a cover here. And that is the end of it. Roger Desmond. Shane Evans suckered into a handshake, and Roger taking immediate control. Catching Shane before he even knew what was going on, and before we even knew what was going on, Roger Desmond getting in a super kick, putting Shane away. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I said that this was a match that you never knew you wanted until it happened, and in a way, it's still yet to happen. Roger Desmond, former Universal Champion, showing his stuff here. Whassup Wrestling is brought to you by the Fighting Mongoose. Or are they being sponsored by us? Well, either way, the money is going somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just getting this as notes, ladies and gentlemen. This being a triple threat matchup between three of the closest friends in the VixXxen roster, Alleyne, Jessica, Jenkins, and Kaio. I suppose this is what Stephanie meant by doing something to relieve her stress. In fact, previous match, the Shane Evans Roger Desmond, was so short I wasn't even able to comment on the backstage situation between Ranger and Craig Stevens. Not certain what that's about, but we will find out as the night progresses, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe tonight, maybe next week, maybe by Christmas Chaos. Either way, it is Alleyne making her way to the ring, active competitor here tonight, this time around. Women's champion, current trainer of Jessica, Jenkins, and Kaio. Now all three friends forced forced to face one another for an opportunity to enter into that VixXxen Battle Royale at the Royal Rumble. Stand alongside such names as Honey Rydell, Captain Star, and Smythe. And Smythe were victorious last week against the Harem, earning themselves their entrance into the Battle Royale. Just the Royal Rumble itself, it is for number one contendership of any VixXxen title that they deem necessary for themselves. Being the Women's Championship, VixXxen's Championship, Divas Championship, Hellcat Championship, hell, even the VixXxen's Tag Team Championship. Whassup Wrestling, where everyone gets a title. Kaio making her way to the ring. Normally we don't see Kaio coming down alone. Usually she's joined up by Jessica Jenkins at the very least. But given that they are coming in as competitors against one another, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, triple threat matchup. Hopefully they can come out of this one with their friendship unscathed. Just leave this as being strictly business.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move.
And Jessica Jenkins coming down to the ring, doing what she can to look inspired for this one. You see the sluggishness of her movements. She's not thrilled about facing off against two of her closest friends. Don't know if Alleyne would be considered a friend of hers, at least not in the same vein as Kaio. But either way, as Boss Lady says, fight. I'm sure she's in the back enjoying this one. After all, someone took out her cohort last week, that being Krystal Weisz. Here we go, Kaio going right for Alleyne. And Kaio showing no favorites, taking out Jessica's leg. Jessica not certain about attacking her friend from behind. And, well, maybe this reminds Jessica that this is an active competition. Alleyne showing no remorse. A backbreaker. Snap DDT taking Kaio down. And Alleyne going right for Jessica. Sends her up over the top rope and to the outside. Alleyne not going to let her rest. No, okay. She's going to let her rest. Focusing back on Kaio, who catches her with a jawbreaker and rushes right through her with a high kick to the face. Maybe by the end of this, Alleyne will be impressed by her students. And Alleyne with a running dropkick. Perhaps showing Kaio how it's done. Now on the middle rope, and Jessica able to just knock her off. Just going for an early pin, hoping that Alleyne will just take the fall. Unfortunately not. The open contendership potential is on the line. It's Jessica up to the top rope. Diving splash down on Alleyne. And now Kaio up on the top rope herself. And a twisting splash of her own on top of Alleyne. True teamwork still on display from Jessica and Kaio, taking out their mentor. Backdrop takes Jessica to the outside. And a running senton from Kaio onto Alleyne, who catches hold of Kaio's foot and trips it out for her. Trio of shots to the back. Kaio fighting back, knee to the face. catching hold of Jessica. And snapmares her. Or suplexes her, sorry. Snapmare would be the head. Suplex would be the other way. I know my wrestling moves. Most of them. And Kaio taken down. Double backbreaker from Alleyne and Jessica. Working as a team for a short bit. To the ropes goes Jessica. Power forearms and just flops right back. A suplex into a backbreaker from Alleyne. Kaio watching down at her friend. And elbow to the inside of the knee. And tries to take Alleyne down, but Alleyne catches her with an arm drag and has her leg whipped out from under her as well. Time with a jawbreaker and comes right through Alleyne. Well, they should not be preening too much, and suplex right on top. It is elf on elf action here, ladies and gentlemen, in Alabama. That's right, Whassup Wrestling finally crossing the border. More shows down south. Not just all in Canada. Jessica Jenkins comes off with a diving elbow. And Alleyne standing back. I think she wants either Jessica or Kaio to take up the win here. She wants it for herself as Jessica tries with a running kick and pushed away. That could have been the match right there. And Kaio taking Jessica down. Jessica and spine buster from Kaio, catching her as she comes running in. Alleyne, though, interrupting at that time. And German suplex. And now Alleyne gonna try and steal this one. Well, forget what I said earlier about Alleyne wanting one of her students to compete into the Royal Rumble. To the face. Sends Alleyne reeling back as Jessica throws her into the corner. Shoulder ramp into the opposite ropes and running kick to the face. And Jessica's not finished yet. Another kick and comes right in. A trio of kicks and a forearm to Kaio as she just comes running right into it. And here's the cover. One count for Kaio. And then knee strike gets in with a fireman's carry. And there's the snapmare. Just calling it early. Triple elbow shot to the head and Alleyne now. Snap suplex. Kaio back to her feet and it is back to elf on elf. And Tiger suplex right into a cover. 2. And Kaio victorious here. Catching Alleyne as she tries to come at her. And so Kaio now one of the 4 VixXxens for that huge battle royale set for the Royal Rumble. Kaio will join the likes of Honey Right Out, Catalina Star, and Mistress Spice. Kaio be able to reclaim her VixXxen's championship. I'm certain that neither Jessica or Alleyne will be too upset with her. I think they may be prideful of their little elf, their spunky. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Pimp Daddy and Cyprus making their way to the ring. Superstar and Moose already inside of it. Some extended commercial break. Problems arising between Superstar and Moose, but Stephanie McMahon seems to think that they can work together. Indeed, can they coexist situation, ladies and gentlemen, because that never gets old anywhere it's seen. It's a question of which one of Moose or Superstar will be the one to leave. Just have to find out as last week Cyprus took on Greg Bunny Faith. And I guess the role of Pimp Daddy and Cyprus will now be played by Samoa Joe and Matt Hardy. I don't really know what this is about, but the Matt Hardy gang, whom we have not seen in almost a year, ladies and gentlemen, out at ringside. As it is, they aren't getting themselves involved. There's Pimp Daddy now with a standing headlock. And Moose blind tags himself in here. Superstar, that cheap shot to the face. Oh, there's your question. No, these two will not get along, and all the ghosts of Christmas past are still up on the apron. Moose now left on his own. It's a bit faster than I assumed it would be. At the very least, they aren't challenging for the tag titles like some other places. Moose with a drop kick to the knee. And drop face first to the canvas. So Moose on his own. Honestly, no surprise there. Moose going to do what he can. And backdrop to the ring apron. Just a slow kick to the back as Cyprus watches on still from the apron. And Moose sent face first down to the mats. Bang to the ring and elbow to the face. Pimp Daddy follows up. I wonder what Pimp Daddy thinks with both Matt Hardy and Samoa Joe up on the apron. The rivalry that he's had with them. The street fight in the crowd. It turned into an absolute slugfest. The fact that it was Samoa Joe who assisted in making certain that Pimp Daddy did not win the 2022 King of the Ring. Now, though, they're just standing on the apron. And Pimp Daddy... Well, he was poised and ready for the pimp drop, and Moose turns it around into a single leg crab. Pimp Daddy trying to crawl for the rope, but the referee in the way. Moose with an elbow, and Moose on the loose. Moose rushing right through Pimp Daddy with Moose on the loose. The absolute height in that stop down on the chest. Surprised that Cyprus did not try to break up the pin. Perhaps having full faith in his father. Now capitalizes after a knee to the face and with another knee to the face. Another inside clothesline for the night. And Pimp Daddy trying to go up to the top or the middle rope and takes a shot from Matt Hardy again. Not certain what the Matt Hardy gang is doing out here. Perhaps just trying to remind everyone of their presence. After all, they did win last year's Dusty Rhodes Classic. Moose bringing Pimp Daddy up. And drops him back down. And Pimp Daddy finally managing a tag to Cyprus, who comes running in with a forearm catching Moose down and a kick catching Moose in the ribs. And Cyprus makes a U-turn. Moose coming up to his feet. And crossbody off the top rope. Here's the cover. And 2 count only. Moose taken down from a spinning clothesline. And into the corner, and referee taken out. Honestly, I'm not even going to feel sorry for him. Give me Pimp Daddy for getting to the ropes earlier. Cyprus will be laying out the stops, and Pimp Daddy tagging himself in. Not going to be fighting between these two as they tag each other in. Comes Pimp Daddy and whipped right into Moose's shoulder. Pimp Daddy now with the cover. And just a 2 count. I'm certainly in trouble now. He's begging and pleading, but it does nothing for him. Sent right back into the corner. And Moose turning things around. And Pimp Daddy sent across the ring. And again, Moose sent back to Cyprus. Counter, and Pimp Daddy sent across the ring, and Moose comes running in this time. Knee to the gut. Finally puts an end to that. Moose attempting for a power bomb, but gets an arm drag instead. Put the ropes. Keeps himself in place. Pimp Daddy slowing things down. And Moose up on the shoulders with a pimp drop. Middle of the ring now. I suppose not middle in the ring enough for Pimp Daddy. And now Pimp Daddy with the pump handle pimp drop. Middle of the ring once more, and Pimp Daddy with the cover. 2. And almost 2.5. Moose kicking out the last absolute microsecond. Take it to Cyprus, who comes right on in. After witnessing Moose kick out of the pump handle pimp drop, Cyprus has got to be wondering what he can do. Cyprus brought up and up onto the shoulders even higher. To a backbreaker. And Moose with a giant swing brings Cyprus around and around and around, and finally lets him go. Moose with the cover. 2 count only. And Moose takes Cyprus down once more. Nice suplex again, taking Cyprus down. Daddy recovers on the outside, and Moose, worn out, having to take on both these competitors at the same time. Simply not used to that. Cyprus with an uppercut. And Moose says, no suplex for you. Cyprus now brings Moose to the ropes. And is sent up and over to the outside. Cyprus surprising Moose, sending him back into the ring instead. And a kick to the butt. And Moose catching all of Cyprus, trying to carry him back up, but Cyprus fighting back. Up and a drop kick takes him right back down. Cyprus turning Moose around, sending him up to the top. And super kick to the face. Moose packaged up. All he could do was just watch the kick come. And Moose again kicking out. Cyprus holding on to Moose, not certain what he's attempting here. And both members of the Matt Hardy gang knocked off the apron and backdrop. Now Samoa Joe going right at it with Cyprus. And Matt Hardy towards Moose, and Matt Hardy taking a hefty shot. Running right into a power slam again. Not certain what the Matt Hardy gang is attempting to accomplish here. Well, they have no need to have Moose back in the ring. Again, not certain what is going on here. Not certain why the referee has not ejected these two from the ringside area. Moose has been surviving quite a long time on his own. The referee again taken out. Not going to feel sorry for that one. Moose again up on the shoulders. Pimp drop here. Shots taking Moose down. In comes Cyprus. And Cyprus calling Moose up, and neck breaker off the top rope. Moose just being systematically taken apart now. Cyprus again tags out with Pimp Daddy. Kick to the gut. Could be the Pimp pump handle Pimp drop. And indeed it is. And Pimp Daddy once more with the cover. This one should be it. And indeed it is. Pimp Daddy and Cyprus victorious. Give the impressive performance to Moose. Staggers about. by this mountain of a man and superstar finally makes his way back out and moves calling into the ring. I don't think Superstar wants any piece of him, at least not tonight. John making his way to the ring, the FUBAR champion will indeed be defending that title at Christmas Chaos against Crackerjack. Should be a hellacious matchup. Now he is once more being pulled into the situation of his brothers, and that is because Door Killer has yet to be seen here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He hasn't shown up. Ever since his words last week, no one has heard anything from the man. And of course, all wish him the best and hope that we will see him at Christmas Chaos to defend the tag team titles against the Heroes for Hire. Speaking of the Heroes for Hire, is a return to form. Jeffrey Jones and Violence John set to go one-on-one. The hellacious feud that these two had a year ago for the $1 Million Championship. Ultimately won out by Violence John. But Jeffrey Jones is a new man. Man who has accepted solace into his heart, a calmness to his spirit, and a reason to fight rather than just to fight. Proud of his tag team situation, proud of the fact that he was tag team champions alongside Tornado. They may be that again come Christmas Chaos. Can certainly only hope. The bell sounds and Jeffrey and Violence John lock up, and Jeffrey with an immediate side headlock and now focusing in on the arm. Tripping on Violence John, taking him down. Taking out Violence John, and another fireman's carry here, this time from Jeffrey Jones. Stiff kick, and Violence John says no and brings him into a clothesline. Cover here from Violence John, but not going to get too much at this early stage. It's not Roger Desmond and Shane Evans, that's for sure. Jeffrey pulls into a overhead belly-to-belly as Violence John making his way through the top. Could it be the Destroyer Elbow? Not the Destroyer Elbow, but an elbow drop to set up for it. Up on the shoulders goes Jeffrey Jones. And up off the top rope. He goes as well. Another forceful cover here from Violence John. And another 1 count. Elbow to the ribs as Hype watches that one. The pained expression on his face. He knows precisely that in 2 weeks' time he may be feeling that himself. And he may be feeling it on his own if Door Killer is unable to step into the ring. Not just unable, but just unwilling. Elbows to the gut. Jeffrey set up on the top rope now. And off the top rope goes Jeffrey Jones. John off on the middle rope. Waits Jeffrey, and Jeffrey just shoves him aside. Knee to the face from Violence John, and a kick to the gut. Jeffrey fighting back. Running Bulldog. Jeffrey Jones, the Tornado, who defeated Rough and Tough on 3 separate occasions in order to win out for the #1 contenderships of the tag team titles. Now Jeffrey off the middle rope headbutt. Three with the count, and 1 count only. Jeffrey going to stand a shot. All that damage to his body for a 1 count? What the hell is this? Body drop, brings Violence John up, but Violence John with an arm drag takes Jeffrey away. Jeffrey flung back, pulled back, and here's the cover again, and again, just barely a 1 count this time. Violence John preaches to the crowd, scolds them for wanting more, wanting to do more but can't, and Violence John now not going to take that sort of risk when he knows that he has this FUBAR title on the line in 2 weeks' time. There's the cover, and Violence John getting up. And trying for a running shuffle kick. And Jeffrey not letting Violence John get in anything. Up on the shoulders and Samoan drop. He rolls into the middle of the ring. It's kick to the chest as Hype tries to distract the referee. Can't do so forever. Jeffrey Jones awaiting the rise of Violence John. Catches him. German suplex. Hops up over and pulls him in for a clothesline. Flipping Violence John over. The FUBAR champion on his back. Here's the count. And kick out after 2. No shocked expression this time. Jeffrey Jones going to keep the fight going. And Violence John up on the shoulder, and this time off the top turnbuckle. Keeping up the fight, tries for another bulldog, but fails on that attempt, and a headbutt to the shoulder. Violence John getting in a kick, and Jeffrey responding with one of his own. Violence John slammed down. To the back of the knee, and here's another cover. Two counters. Jeffrey Jones slows things down once more. Pulls Violence John in. Front headlock, shoves him away, and Violence John unable to get in a sidewalk slam. And Jeffrey Jones shot to the gut, sends him turning around, and I think gets Violence John bleeding from that shot previously. But Jeffrey Jones, worn out himself. And tossed from the corner. John was hoping that the corner would bring us some reprieve, but instead it leaves him open for the headbutt. And here's the cover. And almost, Jeffrey Jones almost being able to put away this demon. This demon that has haunted him for well over a year at this point. And German suplex. And another clothesline. And this could be it. Is the demon vanquished? And Hype getting up onto the apron. Jeffrey Jones with a chance, the opportunity. But gonna fight back. And now up on top of Violence John, just raining down the shots. John fighting back, knee to the face. Heading to the top. Is it Destroyer time? And Violence John signals, and it is Destroyer. The Destroyer elbow drop. 2. But Jeffrey Jones kicks out. The BAHM kicks out. Back body drop sends Violence John up and over. Again up on the middle rope. Violence John getting to his feet. Tries, misses with the double axe handle. I think he was just trying to... I think Jeffrey Jones just mooned Hype a little. Here's the other cover. 2 and just a 2 count. Get to the back as Jeffrey keeps up the fight. Snapmare on Violence John. And snapping the headlock. The rear chin lock. Putting in the pressure. Violence John gonna power out. And almost to the midsection. Trying with another running sidekick. Does not connect. Into the corner. And Jeffrey Jones stalking him. And Violence John with this, the fireman's carry. And pulls him right in. And Violence John could be going for a second Destroyer elbow. And indeed, off the top rope, second Destroyer elbow. And here's the cover. Will this be enough to put Jeffrey away? 2. And it does. Violence John victorious. Jeffrey Jones just about had it. If it hadn't been for Hype, getting himself involved in that count, Jeffrey Jones could have been victorious. And Violence John wants to send a message to Crackerjack, and indeed so, keeps up the assault. Maybe for himself, maybe for his brothers. Who knows, ladies and gentlemen? We'll never know when it comes to Violence John.